Hi, everyone. This is a video explaining the economic impact study for Portage College conducted by Emsi in February 2018. The results of the analysis reflect the 2015-16 fiscal and academic year. This study has two parts. There is an economic impact analysis where we look at the college's impact on its surrounding region through the spending of the college, its students, and the increased productivity of its alumni. And the other part of the analysis is an investment analysis, where we look at the return on investment to the college's three major stakeholder groups, which are students, society in Alberta, and provincial taxpayers. The region we use for the economic impact analysis is referred to as the Portage region. And there's a map here you can see that it's a broad region with a $4.7 billion gross regional product, which employs over 42,500 people. And on the graph here on the right, you'll see average earnings by education level in that region. In the analysis year, you'll see that the college served thousands of credit and non-credit students and employed nearly 200 full-time equivalent employees. And these data, along with the financial data provided to us by the college, help us determine the impact and measure these impacts specific to the college, its employees, and the students it serves. In the economic impact analysis, we measure three impacts: the operations spending impact, the student spending impact, and the alumni impact. So each of these impacts is a one-year snapshot in time of what the college is doing for the regional economy. In the operations spending impact, we're looking at the college's expenditures, whether on payroll or other goods and services, and how they impact the economy, not only through the initial spending of the dollars, but how they ripple through the economy and create more spending in the economy. We find that in the analysis year, the college's operations spending created an impact of $30.2 million, and that's equivalent to supporting about 290 jobs, including the college's employees. The student spending impact looks at the impact of students who both relocated to the Portage service region to attend Portage College and students who were already from the region who were retained in the region due to the college's existence. And we found that that impact was over $863,000 in the analysis year, which supported about 20 jobs. Finally, the alumni impact looks at the impact of the college's former students that are currently still active in the regional workforce and their increased productivity during the analysis year. That impact came to $79.2 million and supported 752 additional jobs in the region. These impacts sum to a total of $110.2 million, which is equivalent to about 2.3% of the region's gross regional product and supported 1,062 jobs in the region. And for perspective, that's about 1 out of every 40 jobs in the region. We also see that these impacts touched various industries in the region, including but not limited to healthcare and social assistance, transportation and warehousing, and utilities. The next part of the analysis is the investment analysis. So we look at three perspectives. Each group, we evaluate their costs associated with Portage College and the benefits they receive due to the college's existence. For students, the benefit they receive are the higher future earnings they'll get throughout their lives as a result of their education in the analysis year. Whether they earned a degree or not, students will be able to earn more money as a result of the skills that they got from their Portage College education. And on the cost side, we see two types of costs for students. We have those direct costs like tuition and books and supplies, and we also have the opportunity cost, which means that when students choose to attend college, they give up earnings. So for students, we see a benefit cost ratio of 4.6 and an average annual rate of return of 21.1%. In the social perspective, the costs here are really all dollars that went into educating students at Portage College in the analysis year. So this is all student and all college costs. On the benefits side, there's two major components. The first is the overall increased economic base in the province. This includes students' higher future earnings and the tax revenue on those earnings. and the spending impacts we measured in the economic impact analysis. We also include social and private savings here in the social perspective, which links education to lifestyle improvements. And as students have improved lifestyles, we see that the government and private citizens can save on things related to those lifestyles. For example, when the population in Alberta is more employable, we don't have as many expenditures or funds going towards income assistance. So for society, when we take those benefits and costs into account, we get a benefit cost ratio of 6.8, which is like saying for every dollar invested in Portage College, no matter who invested it, society in Alberta gets $6.80 throughout the future. And finally, we have the taxpayer perspective. And here we start with a base of the social perspective benefits and costs, but we limit those benefits and costs now to those that specifically accrue to the provincial government. So on the cost side, this is Portage College's provincial government funding. And on the benefit side, we're looking at the tax revenue on those earnings and on those spending impacts, as well as those government savings that come from students' improved lifestyles. So we see a benefit cost ratio of 2.1 and an average annual rate of return of 10.4%. Thank you all for watching, and if you have any questions, you can either get in touch with the college or with Emsi.